Hello everyone, welcome back to New England Graveyard on the Road. Today we are at Lakeview Cemetery in Cleveland, Ohio, visiting with President James Abram Garfield. He was an American Civil War Major General, U.S. Congressman, and U.S. President. A member of the Republican Party, he served as the 20th U.S. President for only 200 days from March until September of 1881. He was the third president to die in office and the second one who was assassinated following Abraham Lincoln. Born the youngest of 5 children in a log cabin, his father was a local wrestler who died when he was only 18 months old. Raised by his mother, received a local rudimentary education in a village school. At the age of 16, he moved out on his own with dreams of being a seaman, got a job for 6 weeks as a canal driver near Cleveland, Ohio. Went on to fight in the American Civil War. Received commission as a lieutenant colonel in the Union Army, given command of the 42nd Ohio Volunteer Infantry. Was in the House of Representatives and then became president. During his short term, he managed to initiate reform on the Post Office Department, notorious star root rings, and reassert superiority over the office of the president over the U.S. Senate on the issue of executive appointments. On July 2nd, 1881, he was shot in the back by Charles J. Guiteau, a deranged political office seeker at the Baltimore and Potomac Railroad Station in Washington, D.C., as he was preparing to travel to his alma mater, Williams College, to deliver a speech. He lived for 80 days after he was shot, but he was unable to perform his presidential duties. He became increasingly ill over the period of several weeks due to infection, which caused his heart to weaken and remained bedridden in the White House with fever and extreme pain. In early September, he was moved to the Jersey Shore in vain hope that the fresh air and quiet might aid his recovery. About 2 weeks later, he suffered a massive heart attack and a ruptured splenic artery aneurysm, following blood poisoning and bronchial pneumonia, and died just 2 months shy of his 50th birthday. He was temporarily interned in a vault at Lakeview Cemetery in Cleveland until May 1890, when he was moved to his permanent mausoleum. His assassin was found guilty of murder and was sentenced to death on January 5, 1882, and 6 months later. In 1884, a monument in his honor was placed in the grounds of the San Francisco Conservatory of Flowers in California, and in May 1887, the James A. Garfield Monument was dedicated in Washington, D.C. on the grounds of the U.S. Capitol. So now we are going to take you inside the building, show you a little bit of the exterior. It is quite the monument for a man who wasn't president that very long. I mean, look at that. That's quite the thing, huh?
It is.
All right, we're gonna take you inside. See you in a bit. Okay, we are inside the main hall, and there is the statue of President Garfield. All right, just look at this. What a beautiful rotunda. Take you around. Couldn't really see it from the other side, but when he gets tired at night, he has that chair that he sits on while the place is closed. Gives him a bad back. But then again, he's standing all day. But just look at, I mean, this place is beautiful. The floor is a nice mosaic pattern. Okay. Now we're going to go downstairs into the crypt. Come with us. Got a nice marble twisting stairway. This is a mural that was painted by the students of Coventry Elementary School in Cleveland Heights. And there lies President Garfield. He's the one with the flag draped over. And that's his wife, who is next to him. That is his wife, Lucretia. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing that. Now, I'm not 100% sure on this, but President Garfield is, I believe, the only president whose coffin is actually visible, who's not tombed. Now the urns, indeed, the urn on the right contains the ashes of his daughter Molly, Garfield Stanley Brown, and on the other urn has the ashes of her husband, Joseph Stanley Brown. Molly was the only living daughter of James and Lucretia Garfield. She was 14 when her father was assassinated. Again, that's President Garfield. Okay, and that was President Garfield's mausoleum, grave. They say it's one of the best presidential mausoleums, resting places, let's put it that way, out of all of them. And for a president who was only around held office for only 200 days. Now they say that the main reason why he died wasn't so much the bullet. It was the fact they didn't have the medical knowledge to have prevented the lead poisoning and the sepsis is what really killed him. So unfortunately, I guess those were the times. So we'd like to thank you for joining us on this special edition. Please comment, like, share, definitely subscribe. And we want to thank you all for joining us. And until next time, it's Jason
and Aubrey.
and we'll see you all in the next video. Bye.